Sangye shindo mi dewe wa Roge namda shingla chebara sho Yedama guru rana minde niyandaya mi. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, Dharma, and supremacy. By the merit of the listening to the Dharma, may I achieve Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. Sangye Zongye Jona Janju Bado Dane Gyamso Dagi Yenge Beazonam Dola Pinjir Sangye Druba Sangye Chedan Zongye Jona Janju Bado Dane Gyamso Dagi Yenge Beazonam Dola Pinjir Sangye Druba So now we are, the first we're talking, our topic is in like individually specific talking on the concentration of wisdom. It has a five-fold, and we are on a fourth. Why it is necessary to cultivate both. So before I explain this, a little bit wants to be clarified, because here in Lamrim talks, without serenity and insight, your all virtues are almost like meaningful, meaningless. But it's not really mean like that. So even who do not achieve shamatha and vipassana, whatever they do in daily practice, it's a value. It has some it has some meaningful. But if you want to more advanced practice, then it's saying here the vipassana and shamatha is important. Without it, you cannot go more advanced. That's the all meaning. Otherwise, you might think, if it is so, then I'm doing daily practice. If it is not meaningful, then why should I do? It might be have discouragement. So therefore, I'm clarifying. Whatever you're doing, it's value it. But if you want to more advanced, then he's saying yes. Do more, cultivate more serenity and insight. So individual, we are talking on the page 20, we're talking the differentiate between serenity and insight, or what activities, what different activities between serenity and insight. So, and then we already read as the Moon Lamp Sutra, so Chandra Pradipa Sutra, and then Lama Tsongkhapa explained on the Chandra Pradipa Sutra or Moon Lamp Sutra. Says here, so the mark of meditative serenity is that your attention stay right where it is placed, without distractions from the object of meditations. So they say mark of meditative. The mark here in Tibetan would say lagche. Lagche is the mark of your hands, like where what your hand put in the mud. So the imprint will be exactly happening how you, as like a same imprint will be the same as like your hand. When your hands put in the mud or some kind of desert, the mark or imprint will be exactly same as your hands. That's mark, it's powered by your hand pressing on it. Same way, once you have that attentions, the meditative serenity attentions, it says here, it's pleased. The pleased, the mind, the pleased with the object, or continuously single pointed with the object without any distractions. This is the mark or the power of imprints of the serenity. And then next says here the mark of insight is that you know the reality of selflessness and eliminate bad views, such as the view of self. The bad views here, all the wrong views are considered here bad view. For example, like we have a 16 aspect of Four Noble Truth, and then each has the 16 wrong view. As a first one, all these the impermanence. First one is impermanence, and then what the wrong view is thinking most of them as permanence, which is compositional factor, which is produced by cause and condition, are the impermanent, but most of us thinking, viewing it is like a permanent. This is one example. That's similar. We have a 16 or more wrong view. We have it. So that wrong view, eliminating all wrong view is the mark of insight or vipassana. Again, mark means like an imprint of the power of imprints by vipassana or insight. So, and then also your mind is like a mountain that cannot be shaken by opinions. Therefore, you should distinguish those two marks. So the insight, it's cannot be shaken by opinions. Once you realize emptiness with the insight or based on serenity, that emptiness is completely eliminating all wrong views, and also it like cannot shaken, unshaken by opinion means like a okay, that shaken opinion is here like a wrong view or mistaken thought. All this mistaken thought, wrong view cannot shake it, even you are after ecopose. Of course, it cannot shake it cannot shake it when you are in ecopose with the ecopose meditative with emptiness, and then also it cannot be shaken even you are after ecopose. So therefore, the shaking opinions here refers to all these mistaken and wrong views. Therefore, they are cannot shaken when you realize emptiness with the insight. So therefore, you should distinguish these two marks.
아니 지어스 싸움 줄라스 따라가서는 신에게 되니까서는 가서는 나빠이와 빠에게 제지비 tindik 이번에 내가 있는 신의 마주보면도 아니 소소도 비셔라기다 가서는 tindik 마스 비셔라 tindik tindik 담배게 들어 가지고 제가 치는 양스 제장들이 룸랑이 tindik 마메신 무슨 따라가서는 룸랑이 룸뭐 자기 마메 tindik 이게 tindik 속 사와치 투에만 당신 아니 tindik tindik 마스 tindik 수수 chen c'est margin yuwe 담배기 투지 싸웠는 말이에요. 담배기 투지 어떤 신내기 진진이 제지 딩이지 딩이 가서 친구기 교 방비고니 아니 셔럽 수수도 비셔럽 제바이나 아니 다 미용기 제지 바디여서 아니 제 가서 제지 비셔럽기 아니 유사와 나에들한테 뭘 신내 제지 마토고 제바 치도리 제일 하바그 말이에요. 줄라서
And then also continues emphasize that between between two different marks, the marks by the serenity and insight. So before you achieve meditative serenity, you may use discerning wisdom to analyze the meaning of selflessness. But your mind is extremely unsteady, like a lamb in the wind. So your concept of selflessness is unclear. So same as say here, without serenity, how much you analyze on selflessness, then it will be not really clear of image of selflessness. Here say analyze the meaning of selflessness. In Tibetan say yeah, they say so your concept of selflessness is unclear. Your concept of selflessness unclear also means that the image of selflessness is unclear without serenity. Same as like the lamb with the lamb in the wind. When wind the strong blow to the lamb, then lamb will be moved very much moved with. Whenever it's moved too much, then it will be unclear to see all these things in the wall. So therefore, serenity, having like a very having clear image of selflessness is very much depend on serenity.
신에게 뉴바당 라동의 뉴바 소소 요바디다 신에게 묘와 이니 셈티 치료도 나바이 예와디 파시 빵니 아니 묘와 치리디니 고네디 유사와 나에게 뉴바 예바디 인데지 신에게 디니 뉴바레 마도지 강기지 신의 주베지 제반이 하정유의 교도의 담의 교지 싸와 교바스 라동의 셈묘의 차 면나와 메토비 신의 개와 이게 스타일 하동 이 유라체지 딩이지도 딘디비 딩이지디 미는 강우니까 배는 담배는 미바이나 아니 담배게 퇴지 디디진다 아서 담배 퇴지 퇴기 칼 샤야지 어 디려와디 아니 신이라 규신이 좋아해 마도지기 이런 또 비차 신이라 개와면 되스다 그런 게 유라지 아니 가서 니수 소수니 제발게 되니 많이 동수디 신이라 개와 말이에요. 가서는 신의시디 딘디비 미발라 미용을 제가 쓰지바 힘이 샤야기 누가 대성지 신의 라체리 다 유라 소소 치비고는 아니 미바디드니 가서는 미바디 가서도 다돌아야 샤트웨디 아니 하도기 시리즈 스페나 마메 수사와 치비차 동고다 맹마마리기 스페나 마메 다 주미도시 마메디 수사와 치비차디 아니 마음에 빠르게 다시 동대되던 아니 매 어디에 동대되던 매 너만이 개발해 보듯이 뒤로 눈봐 가에 요와소리 미게스 야 마음에 미요비 때비 차대 요와소리 개발하시는 것이다 맘에 그 배상이 맘에 드니 아니 국교자의 메마디 바카에 기타 지금 바 요아도 요아도보다 가만히나 가리니까 여러 가지 되게 아니 미워 제바디 주부 가고를 지 아니 그런 게 되는지 맘에 그런 게 되는 가레스 싸워다니디 동보다 내가 말이기도 왔어 배디나신 시에 가서는 활동이 내가 그린 띵인지들이 아니 남이 유라 넘버 발견하기 지금 그 전에 유사와 뭔가 돼 뒤들이 시내에 또 배겨와야 것도 지 유라 제가 지르고니 아니 유니스 아니 가서 샤레디 아니 디시내에 같이 말이야 그런 게 같이
As explained, there are two different marks between serenity and insight. So, and then it has to be more clarified. Therefore, it's continuous reading here. So, page 21. On the other hand, if you analyze when you have achieved serenity, you avoid the fault of extreme unsteadiness, so your concept of selflessness will be clear. Thus, the mental state of insight has quality of steadiness, which derives from non-discursive meditative serenity, and quality of knowing how things exist, which does not derive from meditative serenity. So, and then let me read the example. For example, a lamp's ability to illuminate from drips from the wick and preceding movement of flame. It does not drip from such things as the screen that protect it from the wind. However, the stability of the steady flame of the lamp does drip from screen. Okay, so your concept of selflessness or image of selflessness, it's how much it is clear is more the marks by serenity. You just seeing clear, how much you see clear that selflessness, it's very much depend on serenity. But the insight, seeing selflessness is not the marks by serenity. It's not too much, not depend on serenity. The seeing clear, the selflessness is depend on that. So the mental state of insight has a quality of steadiness, things exist which does not drip from meditative serenities. Yeah, because this is the understanding selflessness or concept of selflessness or realizing concept of selflessness is their insight, it's their own power of insight, the power of their own insight, or also this is marks of insight. It's not by serenity, but what is serenity supporting to insight? The insight or vipassana or sees clear that selflessness. Otherwise, it says it's not dreams from meditative serenities. And then same as like the lamp's ability to illuminate. It's from tips from the wick and preceding movement of flame. But its lamp is unmoving or remaining is depend on the screen protect, which is unmoved. But the just lamp is not depend on screen. It not need just lamp continuous illuminating is not depend on screen or protected. But unmoving the lamp, it just depend on screen and it's protected by screen. So same way, the inside seeing seeing concept of selflessness or understanding a concept of selflessness is not depend on serenity because it's own powers. But it sees clear is depend on serenity. How much you have a single pointed mind, how much your concentration better, that much help you or support you to see it more clear. That's again more clear, making differentiate between these tools. They are on different power or different mark. And then so thus, if you engage in analyze with the wisdom possessed of the meditative equipoise of serenity, state undisturbed by laxity or excitement, then you will understand the meaning of reality. With this in mind, the compendium of the teaching sutra, Dhamma Samgiti Sutra state, when your mind is in meditative equipoise, you will understand reality just as it is. And then it is same meaning as earlier explained it. So the insight, when you analyze on selflessness, then once you have based on a single pointed mind, that will be see more clear and seeing exactly how it is. So if you do not have a concentrate a single pointed mind that analyzes not, it will be not see the exactly how it is. So therefore, the point is saying here that once you have a concentration mind, or when you analyze this based on concentration or single pointed mind, then you will see the objects are exactly how it is. Therefore, you see selflessness as how exactly clear and perfect. So therefore, this is the okay, I think how it says goes together. Yeah. Yeah, sim number shabana chita washin shaba yulati shinda shi songs chasta. Sim number shabana yanta chita washin shaba yulati. Sim number shabana chichi work. Ale okay. Okay, so I thought Geshe explained something on that. So when your mind is in meditative equipoise, but it is saying once your mind's meditative, single pointedly, then your analyzer will be understand reality exactly same. Yeah.
신에게 남녀기 교육방이 보내 아니 미발은 여바 샤베 아니 하동기 양탑이 될 아니 지도하신 거는 또 시에서 순다디 아니 간다 신하동기 유라 집이 두기 유빈이 지도하시는 시바라 아니 신이 메담에 말해 쓴다 고빈 쓴다디 그거です.
So therefore, when you analyze this with the selflessness reality based on serenity, then you will see clear. Also, again, because of the Kamalashila first stage of meditation says, because your mind moves like a river, it does not rest without the foundation of meditative serenity. So because your mind moves like a rivers, when the rivers or water move by wind, and then they're all like the reflection moon in the river is not sees clear. When rivers not moved by wind, then it will see clear. Same as like your mind is not moved by distraction and anxiety or excitement, laxity and excitement or like distractions, then you will see that all this image are clear. If it is your mind is too much moved by distraction and excitement, then you will not see clear. So that's a without foundation of meditative sins. A mind that is not in meditative equipoise cannot understand reality just as it is. So that means mind that not in meditative equipoise means mind that not in meditative serenity or concentrated single pointedly, then cannot understand reality just as it is. Because then inside cannot understand reality just as it is. So also the Bhagavan says, with meditative equipoise, you know reality just as it is. So therefore, the inside knowing reality exactly as how it is depend on meditative serenity.
어디에 송송 아니 가서는 지금은 송가 준비 신여주는 담배 바라 수신도 준비 시력 유비 교도 봐 마세 아니 미다바다 연제 당다 독스니 신여주는 신여 맞는 교회 단 것도 있어요 이유라 다도 집이 시력 유니 지도하시더니 유니 수시에 내바디 아니 거기 준비다 근데서 신여주바는 와디 고고 가서 신여 아니 배 가서 미발 세지 내가 샤도 비즈니 대화 중에 시는 주바나 아니 담에 발라서 아니 수신 주비 셔럽이 유익게 돈이 있어 근데 담에 미바 담에 시야셔는 담에 발라더니 아니 수신 주비 셔럽이 유익게다 돈이 있어 셔럽이 다지 지금 이게 유익게 돈이 디디비 개배와 맛에 다 디디비 되는 신에도 하도 기다 미바디 신에 두네다 디디비 수수 주비 돈이 하동 시간 수준도 받으면 아니 미다바다 이제 다 미다고 내가 미다게 다 미다베다 미는 조회가 이제 다지 왜 가서는 미는 조회가 하나씩 거의 미니 기타들이서 내용 미는 조회가 그냥 참바 우리 가서는 참바 당스 아니 가서는 진짜 대화도 되나니 참바다 누가다 지나니 인지 미는 조마다 하나씩 청주 쓴 조화라 소비 어다 근데 미는 조회가 소소도 비셔를 제공 제가 탐제 미발라 인류 교론에 라는 게 미발 강의 발라 신도 미와 주베 개와 강치 같은 신도 또 체라 스타코도 시에게 기능을 하고 송도하다 신의 두바이나 다 남유다 되나 저스님 이제 다 잡아들 고발내 장 근데 디데비 신의 불차율도 담수도 비셔를 제바티 아니 또기 아니 디데비 미는 종상되죠
And then continues saying, when you achieve serenity, you not only stop the fold of movement in the wisdom consciousness that properly analyze selflessness. If you not achieve serenity, that falls, all the falls having which earlier explained. Also, once you not achieve serenity, and then says your inside will be not sees clear. So this is this is the fault. Therefore, you must achieve serenity first. Then you cultivate all the inside or so on. You cultivate inside on selflessness and so on. So that's you not only stop the fault of movement of wisdom consciousness that properly analyze selflessness. You also stop the fault of distraction from the object of meditation whenever you use discerning wisdom to contact analytical meditation on topics such as impermanence and so on, right? So you once you practice on impermanence, Geshe said Mingnam Jongwa. Mingnam Jongwa means practice on the mikpa. Mik means like a observation object. Nam means aspect. You are practicing the impermanence of perfect observation object and aspect. Analytical, meditative on topics such as impermanent. So, and then, if you achieve serenity, then you will, all this practice will be easier and getting perfectly to training with all this object, such as like he said, impermanence, and the same as like karma and its effect, and the faults of circle existence, and then the love which wish to be happy for all sentient beings, compassion which wishing to all beings liberating from suffering, or the practice of the spirit of enlightenment. So no matter what your object of meditations, you engage it without distraction, so that any virtue you cultivate is much more powerful. So, okay. Or the practice of spirit of enlightenment, no matter what your object of meditations, you engage it without distraction. Okay, you engage it without distractions, and then so that any virtue you cultivate is much more powerful. Okay.
Tishine mani mundu ani sheche miba shela yebes gesho chiba tamje to chundes ta shine maru mundu ta gewa ta ta kontu shu yogi mi joye ki gewa ko shi tuta chuko de ina ya kesu to chibu shira mu ma to chuju es di ba de gasna just chibu shira chuju kapsu sin number yemi ni mo chibu chana ne es ta sin number yewa asmeta shine ki zi masi bisin di chinu mo so we kinderita ula kasna o midi ani 친구 오도 남의 오도 소에는 아니 다 kasna 무배 뭐지 다 뭐지 지금 뭐지 다 아 참나 내가 지가 직접로 대응 막 해봤다 뒤에지 아니 뒤지 바래 스티마세 대저 단계가도 또 유전도 제지경 생신 인과 체변이 뒤니지 같으면서 다 신의 지 마신비 안에 다 개와 체와디 또 좋은 것 같은 제시해서 대저 단계가도 당스다 말아서 와대 대저 망가 다 많이 망가 참고 되고와 대저 디제 그러니까 무슨 다 류기 되고라서 다 민의 땅에 초동과 되는 민의 땅에라서 봐 양배 자꾸 땅에라서 봐 어떤 거와 제라서 봐 되죠 어디서라 되는 배스 미발라 세지도 예미 신의 되면이나 유럽에 가서 지나요 아니 대성 독침을 말해 생신 예미 시간에 뒤니지 것도 있어서 뒤되었지 소소비 사만 나신 게 또 제로디 아니 배지 가비오 말이었다 뒤에 송서 다 가서 남기와 주변도 된도 아니 미발라 세지도 얘기 신의 게 시스템이 개치고 싶어서 뒤송하래요.
So as you see here said, like once you achieve serenity, and then all your virtues become more powerful. Otherwise, it's powerless. He say here, you engage it without distractions. On the other hand, before you reach serenity, you weaken all of your virtues deeds by frequent distraction on other object. As okay, so yeah, so on the other hand, before you reach serenity, you weaken all of your virtues, as like I earlier explained, like practicing impermanent, karmic, cause and effect, all fault of circular existence, love and compassion, bodhicitta. All these become weak or very powerless, and then if you have serenity, it becomes more powerful. So therefore, Shantideva said here in Bodhisattva, our Bodhisattva Charya Avatara, says the person whose mind is distracted lives between the fangs of the afflictions. The person, whatever they do practice, the practice with the distraction and laxity, then they cannot if eliminate the afflictions. Therefore, if leaves between the fangs of afflictions will be the continuous remaining. So, and then also said next, the one who knows reality has said that prayer, what's it? Austerities and such, even if practiced for a long time, are pointless if done with a distracted mind. Austerities means
it's like doing difficult things.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Like in relation to self-discipline.
Reality has said that prayer. I think in Tibetan said Deju. Deju is the recitation of mantra, and then Gatuk is as a asteroidist or like a hard work or like a hard work. So sem시 인we cheboni dingi rigbe demeso.
대주다 가도 체도를 신이 지금 말씀하기는 이 가수 시체와나신 수술 텐데 친구 선물 당하신 되다니 대단히 개와 독재의 용말이었어.
dingi rigba like that. Okay, dingi rigba de dinal dikyosha dongi tobala. The one who knows reality. Okay, the last line say Tibetan dingi rigbe. Dingi rigbe actually how as your wish will it says as wish your wish will not as it's not happening as your wish. So but here translate the one who knows reality. It's not really mean that that Geshe said. So another one who knows realities, that means like a it's once you recite, once your recitation mantra or your heart work with all this practice, doing with the distraction mind, then it's not happening exactly how you wish it. Therefore, are the pointless if you do with the distraction mind. So that's just how we should say it.
미발라 되는 제주도 네비 띵인 생기더니 얘가 또 냠미고 내더니 배 개발을 가지고 배내요. 안들도 배도 공체죠. 로 동랑 먹고 가지고 그 띵진 주고 미주로 쓰다 수수 개발 노시. 우리한테 배팅이지. 다 가서 나지. 양파가지 부품하려고 쓴다지. 가서 람림 나에 도순다. 조직받아 대신 근데 소리 중에서.
Same as also Atisha, the root of Lamrim, the text called Lamopath by Atisha, also said the same as like Shantidewa. While the condition for calm abiding are incomplete, meditative stabilizations will not be accomplished even if one meditate strenuously for thousands of years. It says like once you, whatever you do, the practice, whatever you engage practice, if you do like without calm abiding or like all this necessary or necessary practice for calm abiding, if you are lack of this practice, then even you are practicing in 1,000 years, they are not accomplished single-pointed mind or not accomplish anything. So that's said in Lamopath.
미도가 주비 띵에서 주비 고반이 진짜 신에게 고바디로와 간스 미발라 세지도 내내 셈시도 미에와 아니 너가 미도 봤습니다. 지금 마치 주비 띵에서 주비 고바디 아니 셈기 미발라 치다 되도 그도 좀 이대로 주비치라스다 셈티니 미발라 되는 배 수수부터 치다 되도 그도 좀 아니 진짜 이체도 나가서 기비 미발라 근데 신의 주비디가스나 아니 신에게 미발라 세지도 되는 배 치에게 띵에서 고바디 셈티니 미베 기비 미비초라 아니 소소 가죽군의 꿀투를 투에게 되니 티데게 단 미바 투에지도 고바디라 태양 셈미발라 지가 땅에 도투라 아와 땅에 유와 디모라 추정받다 기비 미바 타에발 지답되 받을 좋아 이메였다 신에디기 가서는 미바들라 지니까서는 기비 미바들라 근데 미레스도가 제가 티기 미바 투는데 아니 미바 지가 배 땅에 배 미바 타 섬되는 대투가 양 미바디야도 무슨이야 배는 파 가서 야 고베듯이 땅에 도투가 빼면 유와 디몰라 추정받다 쓴다 주가 추도서 유와와 추도서 유와는 아니 배 추도 무슨 파 쪼야 복잡한데 아니 추디 코라베다 소라는 나가 배다가 코라 좋아하는 신에게 되는 지도 예비된 교회도 도바이나 아니 미바는 개발하는 비치다 되도 양 고베도 조회게 되니 미바라 타에바라 치다 미바 타에바라 치다 되바다 좋아시 인베 스타미바 지라로 타고 미바 지라로 땅에 되어야 다 신에게 지스미 미바 야 퇴를 이는 개발이야 고베 교회라는 배 미바 타에바라 지바 실 조회기 진행이 미바 요리에스 그래서
Okay. That's the aim of attaining concentration in which your mind is non-discursively stabilized on a single object without distraction, is to have mental serviceability, the ability to willfully direct your attentions to virtues, object of meditations. If you fix your attentions on a single object of meditations, you can keep it there. But if you release it, you will proceed as you wish to limitless virtuous object. So this is the purpose of achieving a concentration or single-pointed mind. So once you have single-pointed mind without distractions, or once you have shamatha or serenity, without any conceptual thought and any distractions and thinking, then your mind can very much serviceability or ability to direct your attention on virtues. As like if you fix your attention on a single object of meditations, you can keep it there. So Sam, right now our mind is very much the distracted. So therefore, when we try to meditate on some object or single pointed on some object, it cannot be. So when you achieve shamatha, your mind become more flexible. So that much flexible. If you want to single pointedly on one object, it will be exactly remaining how you wish it. Then. But if you release it, then it will be proceed as you wish to a limitless virtue object, just as like a water drawn into smoothly flowing irrigations ditches. Okay, irrigation ditches. So, like I say, how we the waters goes in it is we call drawn. What's called there?
Gutter.
Oh yeah, like when you put in the gutter, how gutters brings the water is exactly goes like that. So therefore, once you wish to release, meditate, or once you wish to analyze, it will be exactly brings you ability, or exactly you can analyze how you wish it. If you want to single point it on object, exactly you can do as your wish after shamatha, after you achieve shamatha. Therefore, after you have achieved meditative serenity, you must sustain in meditation object and attitude that stop limitless falls and bring together limitless virtues, such as wisdom, consciousness, focusing on the real nature. And okay, so yes, while you are training serenity, before you achieve serenity, while you're training to achieve serenity, so yeah, of course you have to stay with the one object continuously. When you achieved it, then you can analyze with the limitless object, or you can meditate with this limitless object. Also, you can collect it, the virtues also limitless, because it makes you more flexible and easier when you achieve shamatha. Yeah.
or Tindy, Thai, Gun, Dobi, Minum, Gongo, Yingi, Tu Gun, Niba Chila, Dan, Jobani, Shine Jugo, Mashibe, Gejola, Bo, Chenmo, Mucho, Shiba Changusta, Shine Juni, Niba Chila, Dan, Devati, and 아니가서는 계절한테는 보고치고서는 다 개별이 오면마다 니버케 되게 되지 차를 신의 주가 고마쳐져서 다 신의 주 차서는 아니 미바 배터리 신의 내리 아니 미바디야 세우세스 주되니 경미바야 배우이시다 다 시라기들이 남의 지혜라서 되는 진비 남의 지혜들은 순유를 남의 지혜 순유기 남의 지혜 어떤 일이신다 간다는 기회미는 뭐고 어디가는 남의 지혜들이 신의 기는 미바 제트에 다시 지금 뭐든지 디마지와는 신의 주 고마쳐야 돼요.
Okay. Oh yeah.
신의 주네. 시다가 진행이 유랑이 비시랍다. 신의 아니가 될수는 되줘야.
Okay, so we're reading again from therefore after you achieve meditative serenity. Therefore, after you have achieved serenity, you must sustain meditative object and attitude that stop limitless fold and bring together limitless virtues such as wisdom, consciousness, the focusing on the real nature and the diversity of phenomena. Yes, before we are training, of course, we should stay with the one object, single-pointedly. And then once you achieve like a shamatha, when you achieve serenity, then as still you are continuously meditative single-pointedly, then it's no meaning. Same as like Hashang said, like after as like a Hashang thoughtless meditating, right? So continuously build up serenity and then continues meditating on thoughtless, there are no such as meaning or no result. So therefore you must move forward, or you must to focus on many different objects. So such as like the wisdom of consciousness and their real natures, and then diversity of phenomena. That's you must do after you. This is also the reason that why you cultivate serenity. So otherwise, if you just stay with the serenity, not moving forward, then there are no meanings. Then if you do, then you have to move forward as like you focus on a real nature and diversity of phenomena, and also that continuously has to be moved forward. Each has to be achieved like each path, and each room is one by one. So therefore, you have to be complete all this practice one by one, such as like generosity. Here directly explain the generosity, but it's in Tibetan it's Tongwei Semba. Tongwei Semba means mind that giving, the mind which wish to give. It's actually generosity. And then attitude of restraints, it's a morality to practice. Patience, you are patient with the anger. And then joyous perseverance. Then so you joyous with cultivate virtue, or joyous with practicing virtues, that's joyous perseverance. And then faith and then what's that? Disenchantment with the circling existence means now you are developing renunciations. Then realize that continuously stabilizing your mind by fixing it on a single object of meditation yield on meditation yields, no greed, advantages in the practice of virtue. For those who do this, fail to appreciate the purpose of achieve serenity. Yeah, so exactly same said here. If you mind fixing it on a single object of a meditative yields and no great advantages in the practice of virtues, then you cannot yeah, so you might not understand the reason of why we need to achieve shamatha, or why I cultivate shamatha. So if you understand, then you will be perfectly all these virtues are developed one by one, and then move forward to up to enlightenment. If you do not understand, then all these virtues will be not become a powerful or fruitless. Will be become more fruitless. Yeah.
어디는 송송다 대달 주주 초당스 주주당스 따위 초비 소소도 비시럽기 제공 돈은 샘제지 띵인진 공부를 신고 보충나왔습니다. 주주 다 조금 와 신에게 차리시 신에게더니 주주 조금 비차다 따위 초 아니 제공 아니 하도비차 보다 도로수들은 신에 당 하도비더니 드리베 생비지디 아니 내와이나 아니 띵와 돈나 아니 생제지 띵인진 공부라 신도 보충나왔습니다. 가서 드리베다 주종이더니 조금 더 아니 가서 따위 쪽이 제공이기더니 보다 시간이기더니 드리베다 지금 동당대 내와이나 무슨 미발라 세지도 내기 띵인지 공 가수지 샤와이나 제ben데 두 마리에서 보충나서
So thus, if you reject analytical meditations with the discerning wisdom, both in the deeds sections of the perfections and the view sections of the perfections. The deeds section of the perfections is part of the serenity, and then view section of the perfections is part of the insight, which is realize selflessness, reality, right? So if okay, the deed sections of the perfection is also like a single pointed mind. It's a shamatha, and then view sections of perfections is analytical meditations, which is realizing view without meditation serenity, without having like a concentration mind, without having the concentration mind. Then your it's a reject. It's not really say your cultivate of your cultivate of one pointed concentration will be very weak. Okay, so if you not do with the single pointed mind, then your cultivate will be concentration will be very weak. Okay.
개발도 담배기 교육 예바 슈차라 교진과 개비 탑수수도 비시라고 제일 쪽이 제다와라 미빌 하도메나스다 가스나지 아니 된다 시기 되니 제공다 조금 메나 되니 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 개베디 묘와 마세 사과도 담배 돈이기 되라 벤 예바 슈차다 교진이 집에 탑수수도 비시라고 제일 되니 쪽이 되니 제공이 와 지다와라 미빌 하도메나 아니 신내가 유치선 고바 체장 무언주와 고는 봤던 인기 티사벨 아니 세네 공 미시베스다 가스나 다 신내기 미과디기 딘미과 토요일이 티제수 아니 지다와 다 가스나 딘리베다 가스나 활동기다 가스나 다 신내가 유치선 지미과 토요일이 딘 활동기다 무슨 제수의 지용의 제가마스 당내기 들어가 있나요 신내기 미과 토요일이 그는 하동기들이 있으니 수수도 비셔도 내와이나 아니 신내기들이 미바디기 뒤주고주와 좀 무주와 좀 있다 아니 뭐티 내가트나 아니 모두 무주와 좀 되고도 지기 아니 냥 야 지기 뭐디 사벨 리바이 잠에게 동의 유바디 아니 요마리스 뒤에서서 아니 신 가스나 담에를 미비 신의 맛에 아니 담에를 미비 하도데 아니 예버더니 대고에 대해 계시고를 스타디스 거리스
Okay. The the technique for producing forceful and long-lasting certainty about the meaning of selflessness is sustained analysis with discerning wisdom. Without such insight into the real nature, no matter how long you cultivate serenity, you can only suppress manifest reflections. You cannot eradicate their eradicate. Okay, you cannot eradicate their seeds. So, in general, yes, single-pointed meditation and analytical meditation is important, and specifically in seeing selflessness, it has need to be both, just not the single-pointed with the selflessness. You need also analytical insight on the selflessness. Once both comes together, then it could be eliminate all these seeds. Otherwise, just by serenity, which is seeing selflessness, it's only can where is it? Suppress, or can suppress manifestment. Just you, it's not comes not manifested. It all these reflections are not on that very temporarily will suppresses it, but it will come back. So therefore, it's important. You should have also insight, not just serenity. You should have an insight on selflessness. Once comes together, then you can do like eradicate or eliminate all the seeds.
담리게 결합이 신의 고바점기 미팅 좀 완성 뒤 아니 하도에 공고 말과 신의 점 공부 미차이 하도에 공고 되겠다 신의 담리게 결합이 신의 고바점기 미쳐봐 담리게 결합이 소소 쪽이 아니 가서 제공이 지시 하도에 예바도 공고 말이었다 진짜 어떻게 근데 미팅 좀다 지 가서 사변의 제가 좀 말을 하도에 예바도 공고 같이 아니 큰 가서는 공중 봐봐놔 신의 점바시 공부 체련이 난주바 남지 지반이 비봉케스 제시 무모바 넘버는 바점도세스다 신의 담력이 전함이 비다 아 가서 신의 점 공부에 아니 가서 난주바 남지 공개 난주바디 지도권 투말이네 운주와 점 공부 대점제스다 다기 공부는 운주와 점 공부이스 시럽이 나와 중앙에 봐 발라니 레버 주만 미주도 우리는 시럽이 나와 아니 딘디비다 하도비 집이 아니 가서 시럽 딘디비 나와 되면 아니 티기 뒤쪽 아니 사베 발라냐 되니 아니 조금 미주로 소득스 공부 발라 디소아에 있어서 공부기 뒤에 아니 공부를 왜 그만할수 그런 게 공부사디 아니 공제나 대외나 토바 공부하기 가지고 디니게 되었어 삼대기 유무받는 뇌로 시럽이 발라냐 좀 맞추고 시가자도 소득스 아니 지금 공직이 공단 공제 나와서 삼대기니 유무받는 뇌로 시럽이 발라냐 레버 주가지고 스탄 삼대니 삼대 신에기 아니 유무받는 시럽이 내는 유무되기들이 발라냐 아니 네바 사베디들이 레버 주가지고 소다들이 아까서 콘티뉴 스트레스.
So it is not enough only single pointed on selflessness or reality and nature. So you must also cultivate insight, also insight which is also realize the selflessness. So therefore you can eliminate it. So because there's also Kamalashila said in his second stage of meditations, cultivating just serenity alone does not get rid of practitioners' obscurations, also all these mental afflictions. It only suppress the afflictions for a while, very temporarily, unless you have the light of wisdom, which is like insight, which is like analyzes wisdom. Then you do not destroy dormant tendencies. So unless you have the light of wisdom, you do not destroy dormant tendencies. Once you have a analytical wisdom, or then with the serenity, then you can destroy all these tendencies, seed. That's said by Kamalashila. Also, the sutra unraveling in into the meanings also said that meditative stabilizations suppress afflictions, wisdom destroyed dormant and tendencies.
어디 공기는 된다디 공적인 공마세 되니 봐봐 띵이 잡이 돌리잖니 되겠습니다. 소요를 띵이 나서 띵이 이제 공부 재미기 이니 다도 뒤시 진이지 뒤니 뭐 치시 잡는데 사주디나 띵진 공부하시면서 아니 뒤타고 뒤에 가서는 다 띵이 이제 신이 공부 제발 지가 지로할 때 공부 재미기 뒤에 되니 가서는 나도 뒤시가 진이다 뒤에 나도 지가디 아니 당시가 소바티니 뭔가 당시가 뒤처럼 유명한 아니 배 집안에 치 두말 미쳐 맛에 아니 뒤니 칠티니 라이한테니 야 뒤딩에 진디기 마 칼라버다 냠샤들이야 당연히 오늘 뒤디베드니 가서 유모디 라이한 초르티니 치주로 유모디 스펜 초데 하주 디나 띵진고 마신스다 하주에서 나 치료 무디가 되바다 딘지기다 공장이구나. 다들 매신을 지금 상대시 수매시가 수가든지 공고할 때 야, 뒤치수 뒤냠료디 나리 뭐가 또 그런도 와서 뒤나시죠. 다 가대 쳐라 소소 다음에 또 소소 또한테 가대 공치는 뒤는 양에 대도 지금 귀신 관계 시험이고 다 다블집이 집바디더니 막 도해라 아니 쳐라 다음에 그 소소도 시험이 있지네. 소소 또한테 가대 건 대고 다든 되는 다음에 그 들어라 소소도 시험이 집이 하도 고바체나 아니 된다고 되더니 뒤에 다도 집이 제가 뭔가 가져다 제가 준비했더니 양대들 도반을 위해 와도지 뒤에 시비들이 배 아니 싫어 나빠지기 남고 말아서 받아 제집을 남고 갑자기 채나요 아니 되니까서나 소소도 시험이 집이 남에게 된 동에 매와이나 아니 양대들가 요마래 귀신 관계 되는 시험 위주로 보다
Also, the King of Concentration Sutra, Samadhi Raja Sutra says, although worldly persons cultivate concentrations, they do not destroy the notion of self. So they're not only it's a notion of self, it's a self-grasping. So how long you cultivate concentrations, if you're not that single pointed mind or concentration for work with I think it goes with if it not goes with the insight or analytical mind, which realize emptiness, which realize emptiness and selflessness, then it cannot destroy the notion of self, or national like it cannot destroy the self-grasping itself, and all the seed and imprints cannot destroy it. So without their afflictions return and disturb them. Just constitutions, just cultivating concentration or just cultivating shamatha, it will be just suppress the mental afflictions temporarily, but it will be returned to again, because the example here, as they did Udraka, who cultivate concentrations in the way. So the one of the sage of the non-Buddhist practitioners, he achieved all this form rams and like formless rams. They're all this single-pointed mind. But once he release the meditations, once he comes out from equipoise meditations, then he got again all these returnement afflictions, and then he fell down on his rebirth in hell realms again. So therefore, just cultivating concentration is not enough. This is the example. Because you will be returned to mental afflictions. The mental afflictions will be returned to you, and then it brings you lower in birth. So if you analytically discern that lack of self in phenomena or self emptiness, I mean like a self in phenomena means the emptiness of phenomena. Okay, then if you analytical discern the lack of self in phenomena, and if you cultivate the analysis in meditations, this will cause the result, attainment of nirvana. There are no peace through any other means. So without analytical mind, without insight, which is realized emptiness, so emptiness of phenomena and emptiness of self, so then you will never attain nirvana. So then it's a kind of, there are no peace through any other means like that. Okay. Also, Geshe asked me to say more about Udraka, the sage, like a non-Buddhist practitioner. So he meditated long time, and then he also attend shamatha, and then he meditated long time with the shamatha. And then once he released meditate, he saw his all hairs long, and then inside the hair there are many birds' nest, right? Bird nest, and then also many mice. It's inside in his hair. That much he long meditate on serenity or shamatha. And when he saw that, after he released meditation and open eyes, when he saw that all this his hair are messed up by the bird nest and mice, so then he got angry. So when same time once he get angry, his serenity is like a what called is it in English like a his serenity is
Interrupted, broken.
yeah. Yeah, interrupt. Yeah, it's broken. His serenity is broken. Then part of he get angry to them. Then it's caused like a created negative karma. And next life, he rebirth in hell realms. That's just the shows example that just cultivating serenity is not enough to that. And also we do have many lifetime. We just this human life cannot have that serenity mind, but karmically, when we birth in form realms and formless realm, we do have many times the serenity and shamatha mind, but still we are circling in samsaric existence. Therefore, just having serenity is not enough. Yeah. The what? Okay, before we start next paragraph, so if you have any question, we'll take it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of page 22, the paragraph that begins thus, if you reject analytical meditation, it says the deeds section of the perfections and the view section of perfections. Could you explain that again? I didn't quite catch what you were saying about that.
Okay, what Geshe said is the deeds section of perfection is which is part of the constitution mind. It is not like saying all the deeds. Here, deeds sections of perfection is constitution mind, which is the single-pointed meditations, and then view section of perfection is analytical meditation, which is insight or vipassana. So that he said it, but let me ask again. Tanai Kandelia, Tedder Chocho, Tawe Choki, Soso to be Sherabi Chegum Dorna, Semji beating is in Combashindu, Boshon Laistua. So the Chocho, Tawe Cho like Carres.
Chocho City, John, John Dilla, and Chocho, and Tawi Chos didn't Jegum.
Okay.
That Jegum, the Jogum,
okay, so I think it's saying same. Deed section of perfection is a single-pointed meditation, and then view section of perfection is analytical meditations.
Thank you. The other question I have is, it talks about once you've achieved the single, you've achieved serenity, and with a single object of meditation, you can then apply your mind to other subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to first achieve that serenity on the topic of emptiness, or could it be any of these other objects?
Okay, do you show me where is it? Just next one or where?
Before that.
Before that, okay.
The paragraph before, yeah.
Oh, okay. Therefore, after you have achieved meditation, you must sustain the meditation object of attend the stop. This not there, right? Okay.
If you fix your attention and keep it there, let's see. You can proceed to So you talk about all the different objects of meditation, but I wanted to know if you need to start with the wisdom of emptiness, or if you could start with some other object first.
Okay, when you cultivate serenity, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay. Tanda ikande mikpa chikla sem shindu miyawar mitokbar chibi tingi zin trupko bani lai di mikpa chikdi ngebar tu chitawe chechila mikpa kore mikpa khandachila minne tigres.
Ti kasna tinda thumagi tamin jowe undu chawayna mikpa tamme ko mares. Tamme diya ta shinegi dine chi mikpa thamu pechi tebu medi tamme ki thwe chiba shewara yobarwa. Ta shinegi mikpa tebu chawayna din timina diya tezuya thulu tamu tani mita batini tamme batini dosu ne domniki jiba dosu ya kwa thamburani dine tamme ki ngojo yonku di tawa kuwa machawayna shinegi dine chichiyashina tewe janda yorisa.
So the very beginning, or first you're cultivating single-pointed, the single object shouldn't be that emptiness, because it will be more confused. So therefore, you can pick up any object without emptiness. Then once you achieve single-pointed mind, then when you cultivating or analyzing on a selflessness, it will be more helpful. So therefore, the point is saying Geshe single object can be any of single object.
Thank you. Yes, great.
Geshe, I had a question.
Uh-huh.
You said once you achieve single-pointed meditation, you should meditate on a limitless object. Can you describe what limitless object is exactly?
Okay, let me read it. And this one, the shine drusavechela, and semik pachila tana, detubla tana, yumudewa chutama tetup, givemikwa tayabala chita tudur joa in bes like to. The givemikwa tayabala like the condition showers.
You but tie about the rest of the penna. Till the deed in a communism chair was the penalty. Pachitu to me last what you saw about so and you casnachi. Give me what I want to go to Chicasna. That going to the when you saw the one. That give me what 유바들었다 배는 청주수도 잘하다 대시 잘하다 아니 다지 무슨 가스는 다지 미바다 그다 주반이 샤라소바다 지금 뭐 무조건 매여와야 그래서 다 타이바스 나도 배가서지 뒤도 배선선 뒤수 알고도 뒤도 시비들이 배 미바야 철 당해겠다 아니 뒤게 다지 기비 주변에 대시 방남세다 청주수도 잘하세다 아니 대시 잘하세요 소바다 이제야 라고 말하는 저기다 이런 여러와 어떻게 맞추는 거 그다 그리고 시라소바도 가가지고 쓰고 스타타이바스 와
Okay, so limitless virtuous objects is earlier Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned here, cease for passion and impermanence, selflessness, so on, and also not. These are the example like a loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. So earlier, the earlier paragraph it mentioned all these virtues. These are considered as limitless virtuous object, and also there are many. Like I say, Four Noble Truth has a gross level of Four Noble Truth, subtle level of Four Noble Truth, and then also like 37 Bodhisattva states also has a gross levels and subtle levels, and all these like include 5 fat, 10 bhumis. All these objects are the limitless, considered as a limitless. Limitless virtuous object.
Thank you.
Yeah, to just
Geshe, I have a question.
okay.
Okay, so you brought up Hashang and that meditating on no thought is incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm reading a text on Great Perfection meditation, and there's a chapter on meditating without intellectual effort. And it says, I'll quote it, a Prajna Paramita text confirms this approach. To meditate on wisdom gone beyond means not to meditate on anything. So what's the difference between Hashang's meditation on no thought and this?
You can read this one again.
It says, a Prajna Paramita text confirms this approach. To meditate on wisdom gone beyond means not to meditate on anything. It's a chapter on meditating without intellectual effort.
Tana Hashangi Banganansu Gomnalia Jian Ilamajibe Tawala Chirwa. The Sunguna Tanakura, the lawyer step the Parjingi, what she reading book? Adsorption, Mara Zorshen Gor lawyers. Zorshen Gor Laya law in the that Karsa Tomani the Dangazu Dirwa Karsa Jodomebe Tomani and Talidebe Tomani Laichurwa. So Talideba Jodomebe Tomani lighted down, Tanahashang Jian Ilamijibitawani Barkeba careers. Tanangazu Zoshenalia, Takozu Nyamshawan Jodomebeta, one the curious Laichura. Or the Jodomebetawa, and Talideba lighted it. Talidebeta lighted down, and the Hashangi Jian Ilamijiba Barkeba careers.
Hashangi the Bomdigas, Jemuni killing Gomaris, John Mutua, Yula Jebachina, and Nandamita China, the Gomla Geshe, Yula Jebamashi, John Joydi, and so the Sunetiris. Taman Tobani in the Jeep, Casna, Taladic Tobani said, and Nicasna, because the children will be done, you say, Geshe, and Nicasna. Koran was Gomjabin the Kajamaris, Koran Mujan, coming what you say, you children will be done, Taladi be done, Tires, and what the Kajamaris. Judu Badan, and in bed Talibet Tala Maru to Ishi Gomaris. Nobody said Taladi Judu Metanis, Liberty Geshe, Tigongi Kuchani, Gomjabi, Luchan Shivomaris, Gomjasari, you don't need Shivoris. Hashangi, you don't remember you local and it is Chenmo to pay. So once different
I don't know. I understand correct. Your question is very academic questions. Nice. Thank you. So now, Gisela, the one difference is the Hashang. It's more explain about the way of meditations, because Hashang is not accepting analytical meditations. Whenever analytical meditations, and then it's become more distracted, and then it's disturbing or never freeing from suffering. So until you conceptual. So way of the meditating that the Hashang explained it, therefore thoughtless. So now Dzogchen is usually completion stage, right? Tranquil, what's Dzogchen completion stage?
Great perfection.
Oh, great perfection, okay. Yeah, in it's a go beyond means like it's not talking about the way of meditate. It's like a emptiness itself, entity of emptiness itself, the object. So nature of object is talking about go beyond, because it cannot express by verbally exactly.
I see. Okay. I think I understand, Geshe. Thank you very much.
Okay, appreciate that. I like your question. Okay.
Geshe?
Yeah, Sean.
Hi, thank you. So I just wanted to follow up on that question to make sure I understand correctly, because I think what I was thinking is in accord with the answer. So if you say to meditate on, I don't remember exactly how Laura said it, but meditating on to go beyond is to meditate on nothing. So there's no object, there's no thing, right? Nothing. I'm not meditating on a thing, but as you said, the nature. So I still need discerning wisdom, analytical wisdom, in order to understand and realize that nature. But I am meditating on nothing, but it's not thoughtless, right? So it's not the thoughtless way of meditating of Hashang. It's the object is because it's in nature. It's not. You can't call it something conceptual because it can't be expressed in conceptual language, right?
Okay.
So it's
okay.
Exactly.
I think let me ask again. That's more looks like I clear more. It's definitely it said like go beyond means like a nothing. Laura, is really explained that way? Go beyond means nothing.
Beyond means not to meditate on anything.
Okay. Oh, okay. 지난 단답 크라우즈 적신론의 적신을 가능성이라나 유카야 마샤와라 주라 유카야 마샤와라 스토스 so 유카야 마샤와라 대단 하상기 지야 마샤와니 버로 당연히 디와디 탈레 대바 the go beyond the 지고 지시겠다 the go beyond 탈레 대바디 컨주마 지시겠는데 유카야 마샤와디 그 구조라게 주라 유카야 마샤와디를 지시겠어 등이 버로 쳐봐야지
단단히 유카야 미샤와 세디 유디 아니 가서 조신 다 쇼인데 내지당 조신 쇼가 비슷하니 이 군지메스 이내 단단히 동반이 동쇼에서 동반이 단단히 쇼나로 가서 양에도 제대로 해봤을 때 아니 군주비 최면서 군주비 최면서 마시비 추기 동반이 시바세지 군단 마시비 세디 유지 마시바스고 말했어 아니 왜 가서 내가 텔레 신비 군주비 최가요 마시바 팀 군주비 최가요 마시비 추기 유지 시고래 그래서 지에 이런 집발합주 코이베들로 말했어 이가 지에들한테 가서 대장 민도도 지게 가서 니가 빨리 신비 아니 좀 어서 봐지 들어와 뭐도 기 샤에 매와데 베나 가스나 아니 단다디 베나 사주비 도나라와 최는지 스님의 반냐만 아니 좋아지 근데 가스나 스마트 반냐만 있어 스마트 오셀라서 반냐셔 시기 쓰고라 오셀라서 베티니 유나바 속에 샤에 내봐 내봐지 공고를 했으니 사주 돈을 소를 스티치바를 제티다디 소어서스 뭐든지 유지에 마시바세 티마레스 하셔는 공디 유가야 샴마주마시 아니 고람베는 센벨컨 메시베 동랑이 동시 디레지가나 샤야지 디레지 소어를 쓰는데 디니 베코라 기파치고요 그래서
Okay.
Just to give like some extra context, also the next quote is says the same text, which is the us. Well, it's a partial verb, etc. It says to meditate on wisdom gone beyond is to meditate on space.
Meditating on the space. Okay. The same explanation. Okay. In general, Geshe do not study that much about the great perfections, Dzogchen. Therefore, he cannot say what their view is. But as we're talking about emptiness, then we can think that they are meditating on nothing means like a once you meditate on emptiness with the more equipoise, then you will not see every single conventionally object. So you are nothing seeing any conventionally. So it's kind of like you seeing nothing. So, but you are realizing emptiness itself. But nothing means there are all these conventional things are nothing to see it. So that's maybe because in 10th Bhumi, like a sutra of Arya 10th Bhumi, Arya 10th Bhumi, it's also said that when we are meditating equipoisely on emptiness, then you will not see any sign and means like this blue color, shape, or whatever conventionally things, or you will not see that. Same as that I'm taking, this is like more quotes, and then I think it is saying that you are nothing meditating on all these conventional things. Therefore, it's like a more space.
Yes, thank you. That makes sense to me because
Yeah.
Conventional things can only be conceptual, right? So it could be beyond conceptual thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I think before you could get beyond conceptual thought, you have to do a lot of analytical meditation, I think.
Mm-hmm. But again, what Geshe said, we really don't know what the Dzogchen, whoever you're reading the book, what.
Oh, actually, it's Mahamudra. It's not Dzogchen. It's a Mahamudra.
Yeah,
text.
it's great.
Same thing though, right? Similar. Similar.
Yeah, actually, it's same thing. The great perfection. Yeah, I think it's Mahamudra because Dzogchen will not really say perfections. They say great completions. The Dzogchens.
Right.
Okay. That's the trouble made me miss it. It's okay. Yeah, and then yeah, we really don't know about that, but you know, that's just we know about emptiness. Sometimes we say you're nothing seeing anything in meditation things. Yeah, that means conventional. Okay.
Geshe, can I make a clarification?
Oh, yeah, sure.
It sounded like Geshe was saying that you could get to a high level of shamatha and have that calm abiding, the equipoise. But unless you have achieved the insight, you're in danger of waking up and reigniting your 10 afflictions and moving deeper into the hell realm. Was that one of the things he was saying, that it's incredibly important to marry concentration with wisdom? And it feels like this Dzogchen, which I've sort of done some study on my own, is missing a step.
Oh, I see.
You know, it sounds like that we're in danger of waking up from a high level of meditation and our afflictions are very much present. Can you make sure that is, I'm getting that right?
Can you?
This is like kind of like the story with Ujjwala, right? Like he achieved shamatha, and then because after that happened, because he didn't meditate on emptiness, then he was immediately like subject to his afflictions again, and it sent him to the hell realm. So she's asking, like, is it similar? Can it happen like with anybody that we achieve shamatha? But if we don't,
oh, I see. I'm listening more, pay attention. She's making her questions connected with the earlier Laura and Sean. Okay, this is different question, right? Okay.
Yes, a different one.
Thank you. Morang samsaya because also shine community shine chipu kombache ame to ma juna ani ngonsu khasa laya ni mongon to jone cornal sagre laiti changmal yongri bes shine chipu kom dame to beta me bache lhadong me bache de chin hakshu pesha sho ni mongon to jur dene ma khol lung la chora di changmal yongri bes chigo
그런 소다 대상들 고주장 장중기 사바라 장중기 사바지는 고베디 가스나지 그런 게 되게 뭐이 수가 대상 더해지고 또 신뢰기 사바서 그렇게 고치 쓰고 와 테인자 다 신뢰기 사바서 시스템이 거니 아니 신뢰 고민이 되는 배를 뒤시 구슬을 믿는 되지 고바이나 대상기 아니 신뢰기 강치에게 이 표바당사의 신뢰기 당하면서 지기들이 라이언 배우는 유동이 코알라 기기스지시는데 지구에서 말씀도 가지는 해바동네디 심해기식 배우다는 거 왔어. 이것도 심해 말해서 그런 비비 뭐 이순 순한데 또 지금 야야야 지금 뭐비가 되게 뭐이다 되게 배우도 알아. 이제기다 같이 보는다. 그래서 나온다. 지금 소소 전이 주고 아니지. 이순이 순한데 또 미치는 신이 바라시는 거니 아니 야 성제시다 소매시는 고백이 되지 굉장히 상당하나 되니까 양도 주디 하기 개와치도 지에 되게 말했어 근데 신에게서 뭐 땅을 보내는 신에게지 고민도 단 뒤마 신에게
이모도 교리 교말
이모도 교리 아니라 이모도 내사 코아지했습니다 양 뒤에서 말씀 드렸는데 너무
남사 용말에서네 용을 용시버로 오케이 okay, a little bit different. It's not happening with exactly with imitate with everyone. So, for example, if you're cultivating serenity with benefiting to other, not just self-centeredness mind, your intentions more benefiting the other. Then after you achieve serenity, even you're not having the insight, immediately you will not. The all afflictions comes immediately, or you are not reborn immediately. But it's possible after that. Definitely, all this mental affliction will be returned. Even you have the motivation to benefiting the other, because you will not apply the antidote for that. But it's not necessarily immediate. You take rebirth in the hell realm. But it's also possible, and after that you can create a negative karma. So this is a little bit different than the Udarka. Udarka is immediate. He's broken his serenity, and then just next life he rebirth in hell realms because of his intention is very much self-centeredness. Therefore, he cannot stop that angry and all these things.
Thank you.
Hello.
Krishna.
Surana.
Is there any other reason why, other than distraction, can weaken the serenity?
Distractions.
Distraction.
Within the serenity?
Yeah.
Yeah. Namyang never sung you back.
No, Namyang Kora member said, any Namyagi Yamlayan, Yamdo Jumze K. Uradi, Kafa. Shinema Chungtan, Shine Jordan.
Ale Shine Yamia Gula.
Long.
Ale Kosuza. Shine Yambal, ya Nami maybe Shinda Jumze Urbis.
Chihuahua, Gobasich, Namis, Chihuahua, Sino, Chabiki, Miba Kayos, Chihuahua, Chimus, Chihuahua, Chihuahua, Namiki, to do what they used to not do what Nami should be Chihuahua, 치원이들 무법도 모르겠어. 좀 나도록 이내는 베스 우리가 가수상 당에 시험 같은 거 어디 나가다 교육이었어. 왔으면 야 타임도 남에게 교육이 마양 미발을 제주도야 치료교육이 야 다토가 되면 봐. 야 나도 두처와 많이 받이 바로 나다 하나씩 되는 친구 보이는 거지. 되게 지수는 그래서
Okay, in general, they have a true obscuration for achieving shamatha. Distraction is one of those, and then also they are singing and lingering. Even you are not distracted by anything, but if your mind is more deep or singing, then even you are concentrating on object, but it will be not clear. So that is also could be makes your serenity. Nyambal Kalsang. Kamala dangi nyamba dil Kalsang be.
Weekend.
Weekend. Okay. So the linker or singing could be also weakens your meditation because makes you even you are single pointedly remaining with the object, but it could be more unclear. That's also weaken.
Thank you.
That's all.
감리는 배신이 시골에서 감리에 대한 것도 스토인데 배양지 슈지 담차스는 이제 포슈 잘해지 와 진짜는 뒤 치원제다네 양지 파지지 이렇게 보여 멈춰 있겠지 그래서 감리 기디다 수지 파 배신 담마들 정말 배체처럼에 조조지 또 아티는 하나 수신의 공제 지야 베스미야 슈지야 다에 되지는 맞지 야마 미발 마 당신들이 시체처럼 많이 들리고 있으면 좀 그거를 실은 송슈를 쓰여야 있을 것 같습니다. 하전 진나더니 치원제 가지고 아니 하전 야 세상 때에서 되는 거 가지고 당이 쓰는 지지지 쓰기를 투 가능시나 되게 다 송슈에 다 되는 쓰기를 요리했어.
Okay, so Gisela giving another analysis example is guitar. You know, when we use the guitar, so it's like the string are too much tight, then the sounds comes very thin, and then its strings are too much loose, sounds comes very like a thin or thick, yeah, thick, so thick. So therefore, if the perfect using sound, it has to be not too much tight, not too much loose. Same way when we are meditating, if your mind is tightly single-pointed or concentrations, then it's also brings you singing, and then it's too much like releasing your concentrations with the object. It will be brings you excitement or distractions. So therefore, susung shur lembe, kamalashila. Also the kamalashila is and then Kamalashila said also if you once you meditating on object, it's like if you too much become more tightly concentrated and you have singing, and then lose too much or over losing, or then you will have distractions. So therefore, when you meditate, not too much loose, not too much tight. It's be more perfect way to be single, like concentrate with the object. That's how we need it. Looks like Kishina know how to use guitar. Thick sound, thin sound.
In our English lessons, one of the main characters that plays the guitar. So I think this is what it's
잠이다하고 있어. 뒤에 못 붙여. 뒤에 못 붙여. Yeah, he saws that someone when they adjust their string.
Ursula? Now I have a question. After Carmela's question, it goes back to Janine's question too. That same paragraph on page 22. where he's talking about if you fix your attention on a single object of meditation, you can keep it there, but if you release it, it will proceed as you wish to limitless virtuous objects. So you were just telling Carmela that if he releases, then it becomes like thick, the what did you call it, the black. So what exactly happens, you know, in terms of like you have that concentration and you hold it there and then you release it to proceed to the virtuous objects like water drawn into smoothly. What happened? Like, what is that? Is that releasing it, like relaxing it, or what happened?
I thought you asked this question earlier,
No.
because you asked that the distraction, even we have analytical, isn't that distraction?
Yes, I did ask that.
If analytical is distraction, then how come it's like, that's you ask, this is the same question.
It's not the same question.
Yeah, that's okay, I can ask to get you. More to yourself. The Kamala, Damian Lutau, my but Temtau, my Balaros. And the day in a gangi, the Galia, the Nation was, and the Shine Tobechelia, and the same Chigla Tagna Dutubla. Tagna, you were the most la shooting with the trust. Like Tagna, do like that, and that they were hardest. But the Jabachigora, the more cousin Dean George to Chibur.
신의 당부 소소지 진실 꿀라미는 신의 공 미다발을 팀내 배진 미바 판만 말했어 미바지 마시 미바디 차로 저리야 고마고 배우면서 이렇게만 너를 배자도 하지 올라 미바에 배고
제미 뭐 타해봐라
뭐 타해서 해주와 어디 기울이 봤어 아니 개와야 배당 뒤쪽도 얘기다 뒤에 신이 되냐지 미바디 지려와 어디 타해를 통보 이거 같은지 미바 지려와 미바 신이 미바 신이다 기름이걸 치다 들여도 그도 된 투자도 되는 단 미바디 달기 가는 신들이 말했어 야야야 배워 마배는 신이 고발 고마줘요
dire tanda yaya pöya choro yaya pöya di ani kon yule ya yu mangul ya chuba re mara anda tamni lhor ta wana shi siji bod lhor ta re mara la wata
미다발로 다가라는 때냐 미다발고 말았다 이거지 딱 미다발이 버텨야지 딱 미다발 때에서 쳐도 당내기도 하듯이 딜 때에서 쳐도 딜에서 단 내가 샤대지를 쓰고 말했어
아 저어디 말해 저어디 신의 갈로지 지도 샤로 다 계획 미걸 타입을 주도 시집을 셈디 르르베 르 말했어 시집을 셈디 말려나 땅나 라이디 갈라기 그랬어
땅나 기분이 그걸 죽세죠디 가슴 셈디 바다 되게 그 치가랑 신 대단 지름지 뒤수가 신의 꿈이 다른 데 말이 되어버렸어 마변의 신의 꿈이 고마쳐졌어 근데 보시 저렇게 지투어를 쏘고
유를 제바요로
어디 그래서니까 신의 니바디 니바 퇴어도 걔네 신의 다기 지 공조적으로 다른 게 친데 말했어 아니 미발이 마시더니 걔네다 그냥 무튼 고메데 말아요 신의 지금은 미다바고는 미다비적 당하고 동물도 또 되는 말아 또 신의 니바 퇴어도 그냥 미바디 시 남샤디 바 삼주 그냥 미바시가 타와지기 다 보이 야고 쉬어
Did Jeba Chigor Chigomar Dilagor? Me put Sijibo Tire Timer, Jeba Chigor Chigomar, you can more what is our
신에게 당분이라 수준을 빼는 내 당분이나 디신식을 꿀라 미니 지기시를 반디신식을 꿀라 미니
다 미다발 미그다
미다발 당분
미다발 미그라
미다발 미니
신의 주
신의 주 차례 미다발 다가는 시고에 말했어. 다시 미다발의 때에서 차로 다 디가스는 신 미다바람이 신의 다른 일로 되게 있어 말했어. 로 신다지. 로 신지. 야 미다바람이 니바디 바토요지. 야 디바 체니야. 담이 나와줘요. 삼기 이어라다 가서 퇴점 세주라요. 퇴점 봐요. 퇴점 수고라다. 퇴점이요. 퇴중이 되는 슈즈 롱이. 슈자바 롱이. 야 디가티니 야 미나샤 토네요. 무슨 것이야. 야 슈라로. 동시에 퇴서.
잠깐 지지보다 땅에 말봐. 지지보다 땅에 말봐. 지지보다 장자 메든 대로. 지지보 메든 대베 토네 미고시 교시하는 뼈 봐봐. 지지보 참샤르베. 지지보 당을 와. 지지보는 당한체. 아니? 아니? 다디 땅来的呗. 다디 미고 땅来的呗. 다 달라 뒤쳐대어들이 다 게시디 지지보 참샤는 미고 땅 와이나 다디 남인 차를 책 말했어 저들이 미고 땅 와. 땅을 아주 릴리스 해. 그 곰디 참샤오. 지지고디 참샤오. 릴리스 란. 디제제. 그걸 지웠대요디. 지지고단 미고 땅 라이디 남행 레 말했어. 가이스는 지지고로도 지지고 땅 보러 왔어. 야 지지고로 땅에 말아.
미바 카페 왔더라 땅
오케이.
미바 세지바디 땅 뒤스고 말했어. 미바 카페 왔다. 미바 나마디 땅 미바 치마를 봐주고 해서 미바 땅 세디르스.
Okay. Janet,
Yes.
you're making me that argue with the Geshe.
I'm so sorry.
Actually, I tried to more clarify that your question because if he not understand clear my question or your question, then the answer will be not perfect, right? So anyhow, Geshe is saying the release means not that you are releasing the single-pointed mind. You are releasing the concentration mind. The release means you are moving the one object to the another object. So that means release. That Geshe said it.
Okay. So it's like you take like the power that you've created, that you've developed from your concentration. You take that power and you then direct it with full power onto the something else.
Something else, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry to cause.
No problem. Actually, marked on that question again.
What? Marked.
You can mark on that question again.
What do you mean mark on it? In my book, make a mark?
You mark, and then maybe next time you will remember again. What I mean is like what Geshe explained it, and then I have a little bit different thought. So therefore, it's a marked it, then we can talk again.
Oh, okay.
I think what she's talking is about plenty, not the object. Directing the focus from concentration from one object to another. She's talking about plenty. How when you let the your concentration a little bit lack.
Okay, my understand. Janet asked question based on what Kamala asked Geshe because give analyze that the guitar not too much tight, not too much release, and then Janet asked, if so, then what is this means? We're releasing. Then that's a Janet question, right?
That was the beginning of my question, and it was Karma's fault. No, it was Karma's question when you said release. And then I thought, well, does that mean?
Oh, I see. Okay.
You release it and it makes it more lax. Laxity makes it.
Oh, okay.
But now I understand. Like it's like you turn it loose. You take that concentration power, and it's like letting a horse out to run.
Just moving to another virtuous object that
I
Krishna
think, yes,
said
so I didn't understand before, but I think I understand now, and I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Geshe,
Yes.
hi.
Hi.
Could you ask Geshe, please?
Mm-hmm.
Could he maybe describe the physical sensation associated with the string not too tight, the string not too loose?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a lightness? Like a lightness?
What is the physical sensation that is associated with having
okay.
like Shine?
And not too much tight, not too much loose, right? And
Yes.
once that gom gabeka mi bula dam chakwa maimba, sho chakwa maimba tineji gom debeka ya lu ki so de kan desli gres.
that because the you because the quality never did that you go to you time there but you want to because what because don't my bus kubo my bus that you try my I try my negative that you give a good touch in the Juraku because the same this was child same this was one and you this was in a child. You listen to what they did, you get what you should teach it, and you send me what you never did that.
Come Gavshime Nekablia called this Kale. Yeah. So it is like a not too much tight, not too much loose. It's talking about the process for achieving serenity. That means you're not achieved yet serenity. Therefore, the physical sensation could be a little bit tired or could be a little bit affected there and there. You are not achieved pliancy. So once you achieve the serenity, then you don't have to focus too much tight and too much loose because it's already perfect there. And also you have a very blissful the feel since both like a physical and mental sensations.
Yes. So the question, I guess the next question is when you have that light or bliss feeling, is it true when you think about something or when you or that's a distraction, suddenly in that instant that feeling is gone? Is that correct?
Okay, after you achieve shamatha, you have that bliss and feeling, right?
If you have yes.
After that, when you have a distraction, then that feeling will be gone or not, right? That's your question?
Bang, instantly, it's gone. Like you realize you had a little sip and then suddenly, boom, you're back on the cushion.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Okay, let me ask.
Lightness.
당연한주 신의 고백합이야 다 루즘 신장 대화 개발진 팅이로와 다 루즘 신장 대화 개발진 되는 신의 모두 유사회 제라 라야 아니야주 가사 남행 수준부터 요나 다 루즘 신장 대화 라그를 라 말스
신의 통이 신의 생각받는 우리 유한의 신의 만남이 두시와 내가 찾을 수 있다. 나게 당 집에 고로라서 기회도 그냥 공기만 냠아디 내가 찾을 수 있는 공들만 냠게지다. 무슨 내게지다. 야 공부 배우지. 이 수수를 해서 무슨 인연과 용어에서 이거를 쇼나는 가보란 뒤 돈이 내가 찾을 수 있는 내가 찾을 수 있는 찾을 수 거의 공기지라로 무슨 내게지라 아니 내가 찾을 수 야 공부 배우들 예지 찾을 야 뒤지라만 뭐지는데
Yeah, it is true. Once you get distraction, then it will be gone. So, because in text there are three type of the person practitioner said after someone who after achieve shamatha, it will be brogged, or someone be continuously remaining with the shamatha, or someone will develop more advanced with the shamatha. There are three different practitioners. So, and therefore, it's very much possible it will be like a break, and then it will be all bliss will be gone when you
Think. The minute you think.
What say it again?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
La. Nyamba the beginning like that.
Week chawra, week like weekend.
Nyamba lana bed meavachare, week drama.
Okay. So I have another question.
Okay, now you got the answer, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, what's your another question?
Weekend. Okay, so then the next question I have is, could you please ask Geshe, and also yourself, would you describe the level of relaxation in the body as almost in between wakefulness and sleep? Like it's a truly relaxed state. And is that accurate?
Okay. Wakefulness and sleepy, right?
Yes, like this moment, this bliss, it's like, is your body relaxed to a level where it is not asleep, but not fully awake? Like that's how relaxed the body is.
Okay.
Is that accurate?
After shamatha, right?
No, during.
During the cultivating.
Yes, while you're working, it's your body, is your body so relaxed, but it's like in between wakefulness and sleep. It's like that relaxed. Is that accurate?
Yes, okay. Anzuda shine gom shimbe kabla ya, lo jong shimbe kabla ya, lugi the hajang hu kalore. Hu chani ya niku wa dende mayimba. Right. Ya hu jie me ba dis lu yu ba dende. Dende ji gab dede chuna ko tseda de ma reves. Tamo medio isinanga pigana jora mas komjak dirwa ta subine dan jora subine dan di ta ma su ta bet semba de subine this first shower da komjak ta lemda hotone ni khura ta de ni khuege me bache lhobo yo ba khashi ni khuege de me bache yeah the another side what say sleepy and then
in between.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not completely wakefulness, right?
Right, in between.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but ni kurun dene maimba, yeah, touching to beth kuro, Lord bit tungushi with the name maimba. Tende porujora, the Lord tungushi with it. And Lord Nikudu genjora, the ni poruki and chicologi de danjora sem the luni, the yanda poremares.
아니 로시나 니보티게 체베드니 나기 미나시 디데가 공제비가 디데 치고다서 미쳐버려 수 때문에였어. 시신이 차라지 아니 체베 니보티 세지어와디 디고어와 다 먼저 니 그에 많이 봤습니다. 다 셴모시와 다 양지 말아서 로베 시베 말아서 배시 제바제 제바 무슨 신이 그때가 개편에도 많이 제바 슈슈와지는
제바기 시험을 맞아 루트모 띵라 미벌 띵라 원다 제바기 시험을 시신나 디메발라 원다 가서 지원 진군이 메버터
대통령이 되게 탑시 뒤치고 그랬어. 야는 류기 진짜는 교회가 류는 랑법시아가 소소는 무슨 들었어. 배시로 담아만가 미시라 담아만가 양배티시야 도로 슈메바 양 기존의 류당도 가서 소소 랑법시아스들이 사이에 기라서 못 담고 양배는 류 마치 류기가 좀 지시고 때가지는 미바디 샤투 말아. 지도야 공기 디 오라 토용고 있어. 오케이. 디고들과 신내다 신내다 하도록 뭐 정도 무엇에 갖다 디고디가 막 토용고 있어.
Okay. So the way really not clear with fully awakening means. I hope you are not talking about distraction, right? Otherwise, Geshe said, yes, we need a fully awakening. We are more mindfulness, more pay attention when you generate the shamatha, because you always have to be careful to watch the obstacle that singing and distraction will be arises or not. It arises immediately, you have to apply antidote for that. So therefore, you always need to watch very carefully. It's kind of like a more awakening mind you need it. So, but of course, there no need like a sleepy is bad. But the middle is not really the why Geshe is saying middle is not really accurate because need more attention and mindfulness. So, and then the part of your body and mind has to be more relaxed as like a more, not too much relaxed as take as more natural, not too much tightly attended. Otherwise, it will be distracted again. We'll be explain more about then when we talk about shamatha. So, but the point is here saying is needed more attentions when you generate the shamatha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Okay, then we're going to stop here, right? Sangye Shindo Mide Wai Drogun Namda Shingla Jobar Sho Idama Gurura Naminde Neya Daya Me Chanju Semjo Rembo She Maye Banam Ye Yurji Kepa Nyampa Gone Kondo Pewar Sho Gyawati Gyu Sonam Yishi Soso Shin Sonam Yishi Lejo Namba Guni Topar Show. Say in English.
Surrounded by mountains of snow, you are the source of all solace and joy.
All powerful shall seek the Zinjazo. Please remain sun
To
bring blessing of
activities, to fortunate disciples, and to spread all beings perfect the
accumulation of merit and wisdom. And the true merit and wisdom. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you so
Good
much.
night, Geshe.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Janango.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.